Hey everybody, it's Anna with Adventures with Anna, and today I am going to show you how I make lazy lasagna in the crock pot. I have my well-used, trusty 4.5 quart crock pot, and the ingredients I'm going to be using, I have some leftover Prego spaghetti sauce. I'm going to finish using that up. I've also bought some Hunt's spaghetti sauce. I got the flavored with meat kind. Cheap spaghetti sauce, it doesn't really matter with this. It tastes good either way. I have a carton of cottage cheese, which takes the place of the ricotta cheese. I have a big bag, it's a 24-ounce bag of shredded mozzarella cheese. This was actually on sale, so I got the name brand, which normally I don't. And on the cottage cheese, the Highland was also on sale, so that's why I got that one. And I also have, normally I just do cheese raviolis, but I went to a different store. I got some square cheese raviolis, and because my normal store just has cheese, like I said, that's what I normally get. But the store that I went to the other day when I bought this, they also had beef raviolis. So I also bought a bag of beef raviolis. Now like I said, these are best choice. These are the cheaper brand. They're good, it's not gonna matter. So let's get started on how I make lazy lasagna in the crock pot. Now I have no set measuring amount except for the amount of raviolis I have because they actually come so many in a bag. My family, we like sauce and we like cheese. So the first thing I do is I put sauce in the bottom of my crock pot. Now I put the rest of the Prego in here so I can make sure that I use it up because it was for a meal that we had a couple days ago. Next thing I'm going to do is add a layer of raviolis. I think I'll put cheese on the bottom. After I put my raviolis in there, I topped it with a little bit of spaghetti sauce, and then I dropped some cottage cheese in there and topped it off with some shredded cheddar cheese. I will continue this until my crock pot is all the way full. Here you can get a better idea how the raviolis sit in my crock pot. I decided to add a layer of beef raviolis next. I think I'll alternate them, cheese beef, because the beef will actually be a nice change since I normally do just cheese. And I do almost always do 2 packages of raviolis because that's what it takes to fill up my crock pot. But I've only made this in this particular crock pot. If you have a different style or size of crock pot, yours might be a little different. But I will add some more spaghetti sauce on top of that, put some cottage cheese on there, and then add some more shredded mozzarella cheese. I don't really measure when I put the cottage cheese on. I just use a tablespoon and just kind of drop it in there in random places and spread it out a little bit if necessary. Next, I'll be putting on the shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm almost done. I am at almost the last layer. I'm out of spaghetti sauce and I do not want to open a brand new can for just another row. So this time I am just going to add a little bit of mozzarella cheese, mozzarella cheese on top of this. And then I'm going to add the few beef raviolis that I have left and put some more cheese on top. Alright, there's my finished crock pot. As you can see, it is right almost up to the rim with raviolis and cheese. Now I did use the entire 24 ounces of mozzarella cheese. Like I said, we like cheese. I used 1 full can of the Hunt's pasta sauce and about a little over a quarter of a jar of Prego spaghetti sauce that I had left over from an earlier meal. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to turn my crock pot on high and I'm going to let this cook for about 4 hours. Really, this doesn't actually need to cook. We're just heating the ingredients to where they're hot and very tasty good. Crockpot's on high. The lid is on, and I will check back with you in about 4 hours when this should be done. Okay, it's been about 3.5 hours. This actually didn't take a full 4 hours to cook. My crock pot is boiling. So I'm going to say this is done. Let's scoop out a bowl and see how tasty it looks. Real quick before I show you what I've scooped out into the bowls, I did forget to mention that I recommend using some cooking spray on your crock pot. I forgot to do that this time, and it did stick and burn to the sides of the crock pot, but that's okay. The brown crispy parts are actually just as good as well. So let's see what it looks like when it comes out of the crock pot. Doesn't that look tasty? You can see the sauce, the raviolis, the cottage cheese. The actual mozzarella cheese just kind of melts in with it and makes it all yummy good. So there you have it. Now you know how I make lazy lasagna in the crock pot.